Yeah, what's good with y'all? This JB.
And Neicey.
Yeah, so for today, y'all, we do another movie review. We recently saw X. Um, it's it's an interesting watch. I'll say that. So basically just to give you a little plot of X, going in. And I don't know if it's gonna be a spoiler review or not. We just gonna be talking and it's gonna lead to whatever the case may be. But X is a movie. It's based in 1979, and it's about a director that wants to shoot the best porn video of all time and get famous, right? But
Well, a porn movie, not a video.
okay, sure. He's shooting porn, right? And he trying to get famous off of porn. And he got his little actors and that type of thing. And so he go and rent out this house.
In the middle of nowhere.
It's in the middle of nowhere, and it happens to be the person that's supposed to be renting the house out to him is this old couple, and they supposed to just be shooting a video, but stuff starts to get weird pretty fast. And this is supposed to be like the theme of this video, the theme of the movie, not video, is it's a horror thriller. So people get knocked off, like people getting killed in the movie, but it's what it's technically that's rated R, right? Rated R is the highest one.
Oh, I don't know if it's the highest one, but the movie was rated R.
Okay, so it's a rated R film. I mean, it's a porn film, so they take it there. And I will say this though, for me personally, it was funny.
It was. We both was in there laughing.
Like,
now that could be because we play too much, but
it could be because of that. But I was in there dying laughing, and then so I don't know any of the actors, any of their names. You know any of their names? Did anybody look familiar to you?
no, yeah, those was my first time seeing those actors and actresses. I didn't know none of them.
Yeah. But the way the movie opens up, the movie is a flashback pretty much. That's how the movie opens up, because you come in, it's 1979, right? And the sheriff come in, it's a classic scene. I was saying this to her while we was walking through it. I'm going to tell y'all. So, it's a sheriff, he walk in, he get the phone call, whatever the case, to go down to the crime scene, where pretty much, the entire movie takes place. But this is 24 hours after everything happened. And it's a black sheriff, I mind you, in 1979. That was interesting to me personally. A sheriff, and all the other officers was white, but the sheriff was black, So, they go in there, and the house is all bloody, and there's bodies everywhere. Sheriff walk in, and he on the TV, and one of the sheriffs give him that you remember I got some shades on me. I want to act it out. God damn.
No.
I wish I had some shades on me. The jump was funny, y'all. Hold on. See if I.
You ain't got none.
Huh?
We ain't got none in here.
I want some shades, y'all, cause that jump was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. Like so. Okay, look. So you're gonna be the officer that called me downstairs, right? In the movie. You're gonna be like, you might want to come see that. Then you're gonna point at that, and I'm gonna look, right? Okay. But at first, I'm gonna be over here looking at stuff, right? This how the scene went, y'all. No cap, but it's funny because it's one of them old scenes. I'm over here looking at stuff. What the hell is that?
Sheriff, I think you're gonna want to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go down there. We walking. You point over there, right? That's the way it's at.
Yeah, go and take a look at that.
And then this how it's one of them old because they always do this. See, look, take off some. Oh my God! And then boom, right? That's how the movie was. Like it was one of them classic. Hey, sheriff, you might want to come take a look at this. Sheriff, go down there. God help us all. Like it's one of them.
It was a body hanging on the wall.
Yeah, dick out. I'm just saying it because it's an R-rated movie. So like, and he's been there for a while. He's been there for a while because he's blue. Like the guy is blue. Dick out, pants hanging on the bottom. Like they ain't even fully unclothed the man, and that's how it kind of opened. And then it's like the director and all that. They have what do you think? What do you think that when they left to go shoot the movie. What do you think they was in? Was that a strip club that they have or a brothel? What do you think that was?
You mean before they traveled to the cabin?
Yeah, like when they
I
was in
think
there
that
working.
was a strip club.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too. So they was like in the they were like in the strip club before, right? And it they left and started heading towards.
I think that's where they all worked, so that's why it started out in the strip club.
The characters they worked at a strip club, and they ended up leaving. The plot is just.
They ended up leaving. They went to the cabin in the middle of nowhere, like I said when he was telling it. And I said their first mistake right there. You don't go to the middle of nowhere like that. So they went to that cabin in the middle of nowhere, and turns out that cabin they was charging the old couple, like he said, was charging I think $30 a night.
No, $30 just to
rent it. Okay.
Just to rent it, $30.
Just to rent it. That should have been something else. The director should have known that something would have been wrong.
Mind you, for them to be shooting this porn movie, like this amazing porn movie, because they was convinced that this movie was finna open the door to like porn central. Like they was finna be
some
pioneers to porn or whatever they call. Like they was finna be superstars, all that. They was talking about Hollywood from this one porn movie, right? The place they shot, it looked raggedy to me. Like, I get it's 1979, I get that. But for 1979, that place looked tore up. It was bad looking. And it was funny because it was two women, right? It was two white ladies that was a porn star. The main character was the younger one. There was one that was more experienced. There was this one black guy, and he was the one doing all the penetrating on the women. And it was the director, the director, there was the cameraman, and there was the lady with the sound, like the sound mic. And they were a couple. And they were a couple too. The cameraman and the sound girl, they were together. The director, the director, and the young girl, and the young porn star was a couple, and the black guy and the experienced lady. Yeah, but I don't think they was a couple. They weren't really, but they slept together a lot, and they always made out. So maybe they were just fuck buddies, but they cared about each other. Let's say that. We don't know what they were, but they definitely cared about each other, right? So they all in this house, and the old man is just like, the old man don't like none of them. The old man just pissed, right? But he the one that offered them to stay there, but he's just mad. And they kind of found out, like, his wife is the where it gets weird at. Because his wife see this, like, she know, I don't know how she knew, but at one point she knew what they were doing, and she would go out to the little cabin, or whatever you call it, to watch them. The grandma wanted in on this. Grandma wanted in on this porn. She wasn't trying to spectate. She was getting in on this. She had to have her feel, and they weren't giving it to her because she was old, so she felt some type of way. And it'll be spoiled. Do we care about spoiling this or not?
Y'all, I don't know if y'all gonna go see this movie because it was an experience, like he said. But we gonna tell y'all, it's gonna be some spoilers in here.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be spoiled. You actually want to go out and see this movie.
Yeah, you might want to turn off now. Yeah. Go in and like and subscribe now, and leave a comment, and tell us what you think if you actually went out to go see it. You know, if y'all did see it already, tell us what y'all think, because it's not. You know what? We could do that first. Since before we get this forward, what would you give the movie out of 5 stars?
I'll give it 4.
Dang.
Because it was funny, like he said.
That's crazy.
So it wasn't something like.
That's bad though. To me, no. To me, that's bad though that you gave it a 4 because it was funny. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, I wasn't.
But it was funny though. I wasn't scared at all either. It was funny though. It was really, really funny.
So that's why it get a 4 from me.
Did you watch it again?
Funny. No.
I'll give it a 3. Because I won't watch it again.
Okay.
I'll give it a 3. some of the things to me that bothered me, the deaths were the first death in there. The first one, I can see how that one happened.
Which was the cameraman.
Yeah, the cameraman was the first one to go, right? And
let's tell him how he died.
Go ahead.
So he died because, remember we told you it was two girls that was in the movie along with the black man who was having sex with all of them, right? But and he told you that the sound lady was together with the cameraman, right?
Cameraman is RJ, if that helps.
Yeah, RJ. So
I don't remember the rest of it.
His girlfriend, the sound lady, I guess after a day of shooting, she said, I want to get in on this. I think I want to be in a movie too. So at first, RJ was like this the whole time before he died. RJ was like, no, you're not doing that. And she was like, and the girlfriend was like, says who? So girlfriend got in the movie.
And he had to record it too. Like, cause he's the only cameraman. He had to record his. And the thing was, he was like, no, cause RJ was one of the guys, like, he don't see it as just porn. He see it as like art, right? So he's saying, I'm trying to, bring this art, like this is a beautiful thing, that type of thing. He one of those. So he's like, there's a certain art to it or whatever the case may be. But then she like, I want to get in on this. Now he like, no, what the fuck? Like, no. Because at first it was just art for him. And he like, no, this is a natural thing. Now his girlfriend talking about she want to get on it. He like, no. She like, why can't I be in? He said, just no. Like, he didn't even have an answer, just no. It's my movie and you're not doing it. And the actual director, the one that got all together, he like, hold on. Because I'm an executive producer. I'm an executive producer too. I say you might as well just go and let her do it. Because whether you like it or not, she gonna do it whether you want to or not. And if you don't let her do it now, she's gonna do it with a lot more other people. And who knows what's gonna happen, which is true, right? So, and then
she was in the movie.
Yeah, she was in the movie. And the funny thing is, cause when she was explaining it to RJ why she wanted to be moved, she like, don't nobody care about the story and all that. They want to see tits and ass. And then she looked at him, the black guy, and said, and they want to see a big dick. And everybody was just like, RJ was hurt.
He was not trying to let her be in that movie. But
RJ was hurt.
She was going to be in that movie. So she was in that movie.
She sure was. Now, I don't think it showed her part though. Did it? I don't remember.
It showed like a little bit of it, but remember how the other girls they started off naked. She kind of kept on like her undergarments. Like her undergarments. She had like on her broad pants and stuff. She wasn't like completely naked. And then the black guy had on nothing but like this big towel, right? And so he laid down in the bed, and then RJ recording the girl climbing on him, opening up this towel. And then it shoots to everybody sleep. RJ in the shower crying, and it's just funny, dog. Like it's bad, but at the same time it's funny because he got on all four. He in the fetal position like this, holding himself like he did something, like he got raped or something. It was just funny to me. And she was laughing too, so I don't want y'all to feel like I'm just a bad guy. No, she was laughing at RJ Payne too. It wasn't just me. But go ahead, I'm gonna tell you. You go ahead and say how you died. So after he got out the shower, he said, "Forget this. I'm gonna leave her here with them, and they can figure it out. See how far they get without me." So they came there in one van.
Yeah.
So that was their only mode of transportation. So when after that he took them keys and he left. He said, "Forget everybody. She want to be in that movie. Let's see how far they could get without me, because I'm the cameraman." So he get the keys. He drive off, right? But he ended up stopping like in the middle of the yard, because the old lady out there standing in the middle of the yard. So I guess he see this old lady. So he stopped and he get out and he was like, "Hey, ma'am, are you okay?" Mind you, he should have just drove around this lady.
He really should have.
But I guess he was being nice because she was an old lady. So he get out the car, check on this lady, and this lady over there trying to get with RJ.
Yeah.
Like
feeling on all him and stuff. She kissed him too.
And he just like, ma'am, what are you doing? And he was like, he was trying to get her off, right? And what was that she said?
I think like I'm even though I'm not young, I can show you a good time. But some junk she said.
She did. So she was about to take off her clothes. No,
Yeah.
she was ready, and he just like, no. So she gets mad and she pull out a knife and stabbed him.
Yeah, right in the neck. And then on top of that, he was already dying at this point because he fell and everything in front of the car. She climbed on top of him and started stabbing him repeatedly. So the old lady, the man that rented the cabin out to them, his wife just killed RJ, right? And the thing is, don't nobody know this. And now that I think about it, that's kind of weird because they don't notice this like at all.
What?
That RJ is dead.
Oh, yeah,
Like it took them actually the end of the movie to know, and not everybody even found out.
And I guess that's because they were sleeping.
Yeah.
Remember, he did this in the middle of the night when everybody was sleeping.
Yeah.
He tried to take the car and drive off.
And here's another fun fact. They're drug addicts. Like they do cocaine. At least the young one do. The director's girl that's also in the movie, the young porn star, she does cocaine. So, like heavy. And that was kind of her problem. Like it was a big problem for her. It made her look really stupid. Not because she was doing drugs, just the way she acted in the movie. She was really stupid. A lot of them were though. The only one that kind of had sense was the black guy.
He used to be a Marine. So.
And that shit did not save him. Because come to find out, the old man was also a Marine. So, there's that too.
But, so anyways, it was the old lady, like he said, the old lady is where it got weird. Because she was ready. She was still, trying to have sex and stuff. But unfortunately, her husband had a bad heart. So they couldn't play anymore. Or do the deed anymore, whatever you want to call it. Because he could accidentally have a heart attack in the middle. So when she seen all these younger people, and like he said, when she saw what they were doing, because she was peeping in on them while they was recording, she wanted in on it. Seeing all these young people, so she like, I want in on this, like he said. But when she tried to go, when she found one of them, RJ, who tried to leave in the middle of the night and tried to get with him, he was like, no, because she's an old lady.
Yeah.
So.
And she looked, and like, they're not just, I feel like they did this on purpose. Because like, they don't look like, just like old, they look damn near dead old. They're like really, really old. It's to the point that they're so old, it's like, they shouldn't be in the middle of nowhere by themselves. Like that's how, like when you see them, they're like, they shouldn't live. It's just them two. They shouldn't live in the middle of nowhere by themselves. They're extremely old. But the thing is with the movie, it's so weird. They play into that they're really old, but the way they were just killing all these young people was like, it just didn't make no sense. Because they were knocking them off too. They were knocking them off. It wasn't a lot of them anyway.
It was 6 of them in total. 3 girls and 3 dudes.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to think, was it? But yeah, they killed all of them too. No, except one. The crackhead girl got away.
And that's who the old lady wanted.
Yeah,
that was the old lady favorite.
Yeah,
that's
she
who
wanted.
She really wanted.
She wanted that girl.
And that girl was also just like, what was that one scene where the girl was still, when she was still sleeping in the bed, the young girl, and the old lady came.
Yeah, the old lady took all her clothes and just was rubbing on and stuff. Got blood on her hand from killing RJ. Got
bloody.
Got in the bed after she done killed RJ. Got next to the girl that do the cocaine, the young porn star, and was just rubbing on her and shit. She had an orgasm next to her, like the girl out, didn't hear none of that.
Yeah, she was dead asleep. We was sitting there trying to figure out, you that hard of a sleeper, you don't feel this lady feeling on you, but she did not.
Like she didn't feel none of that. Like there was blood all over her, and then this is what made it stupid, right?
But no, she eventually turned around. Though,
she did,
and woke up and started screaming her head off.
And then, now that I think about it, after that, like when she started screaming, before anybody can come in the room and check to see why she was screaming, the old lady was already out the door.
Oh yeah, she was gone.
She's old, y'all. She shouldn't be moving that damn fast. And the thing is, the husband say it in the movie, she got a bad hip. She shouldn't be able to move like that, but she was. And so was the husband. They're really quick for them to be old. It was weird. It wasn't making no sense at one point. It's a funny watch if you turn your brain off and just look at it. But when you think about it, like, I don't know how they was moving that fast.
So yeah, together, that couple killed all of them.
They did.
Well,
except one.
Except one. The young girl got away. What was it? They shot the black man.
Yeah, the old dude shot the black guy because they went in the woods looking for his wife, and the black. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was kind of. The reason why he shot him is because the wife wanted him, right? Because the black guy had a big dick, right? And the one she got in the basement, the white boy, I guess, don't measure up to this black guy she seen. So she wanted him down in the basement as well. But the husband was like, no. So the husband shot the black dude in the woods. And I'm just assuming the gator ate him after that.
Well, he shot him up close and in the chest.
Yeah,
so
but
that probably.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he did die after that. But like the black guy died at that point. Cause he was like, you're not sleeping with my wife. And the black guy got, what? And then he was like, all right, well, let's just go, look for the black guy. Was stupid at that point. He was smart up until that point. And he kept talking about how he Marine and he got all that. Awareness was trash. Old man fuck around, pow, right with the shotgun. Cause old man was quick with that shotgun, I ain't gonna lie. That joke was funny.
So that's how the black man died. You guys know how RJ died. One of the older experienced girl from the movie, she got pushed into the water and ate by a crocodile. Now
the way that happened is when the girl was screaming, right? Because the lady was in there touching on her and stuff. She got up, the lady left, and the experienced girl went out to go find her. Well, no, she went out to go find the black dude, pretty much. Because I was like, her boyfriend, whatever the case you want to call it. She went to go look for him. She found the old lady, and the old lady was naked, like in front of the pier, just butt naked in front of the pier, right? And she went over there to, comfort and stuff. Like, I got a grandma or something like that. I know how to take care. And the old lady got pissed. Like, don't call me old. Like, she's not old. Yeah, she slapped the girl too. She's like, don't call me old. It's like you young whore, whatever the case. She was pissed, right? And the girl got in front of her, so now the experienced girl back is to the pier, and then so the old lady just pushed in there, and the gator ate her ass. And cause the old lady, not the old lady. Oh, I wish it would be easy if we knew their fucking names.
The old lady and the old man, I don't think they ever said their names.
I was really talking about the experienced girl. You know her name?
Oh, the girl. Oh, the characters. How we don't even remember one of their names? That's funny.
Because they kept saying it.
Child, we do not remember their names. Hold on.
I don't remember none of their names. You can look them up on your phone.
I think Maxine was the young girl. Because remember, we learned her name at the end?
I guess.
So Maxine was the young girl.
Anyway. Yeah, you looked that up right quick. I'm finna. Anyway, so what happened was the experienced girl, back to the pier, and after the girl slapped her, after the old lady slapped the girl, she was like, you just a young whore, you don't know anything about, back in my day, I was better, you all this stuff. Then the girl was like, well, you just mad because you can't do what I do anymore, and that you ain't live your life. And she called the old lady a bitch, right? And she's like, move out the way, bitch, or whatever the case may be. Like, I'm done helping you. And then so the old lady pushed the girl in the water, said, bitch, and then the alligator jumped on her ass, and that was it for her. Then the old man came, he was like, He was like, was that the one? Or some junk he said. And she was like, you know I don't like blondes, or whatever the case. So that's the reason why the old lady killed her, because she was blonde. But the old man liked her. It's not really implied, but like you can tell that he wanted her for himself, right? And she was like, I don't like blondes, and that won't happen. So that's why she died, because the old lady wasn't going to have her husband sleep with this blonde. And that's why the black guy died, because the old man was going to have his wife sleep with this black lady. Sleep with this black dude. Right? So it got to a point where, oh yeah, RJ girlfriend, the camera girl,
Her name is Lorraine.
Which one?
The camera girl.
Okay, so Lorraine was on some dumb shit, right? Lorraine went out looking for RJ, like, hey, have you seen him? Like, I don't want him to leave me. You think he's mad at me or something? Like, she was really acting dumb as fuck. Like, I don't want him to leave me because of this, because I was in the porn video. Like, bitch, really? But anyway, so she go out. No, cause that was dumb. Like, he was already hurt. RJ crying in the tub. Like, RJ didn't even go to bed when everybody else went to bed. She should have known something was wrong. Everybody went to sleep. RJ still up. RJ was hurt, y'all. She was hurt, and she liked it too. That's the crazy thing about it. Her ass went to bed. That black dude put her to bed. You hear me? She was gone.
So did you talk about all the deaths, huh?
No, I'm talking about I was talking about how Lorraine.
Yeah, the camera girl.
How she got kidnapped, right?
Oh, put in
yeah, she got put in the basement. And I don't even, you know what? We're going to be all day. Do we got to talk about all these deaths?
Like we said, this movie was an experience. As y'all can see, about how we had something to say about just about everything.
Yeah. It was,
but
I'll just say, we'll talk about this last part. So during all this, the reason why this is happening is because the husband, like she said earlier, he has a bad heart and he doesn't want to have sex with his wife because he can have a heart attack. The wife actually ended up seducing him and they had sex, and it shows this now. It shows this now. I'm letting you know, if you walk in, if you can't handle like an old wrinkly body's getting it on, it's gonna be a point where that happened now. I'm letting you know. And he deep inside too, like, I'm sorry.
Anyways.
But anyway, that happened, right? And he don't die. Right? He don't die. Kind of find out Lorraine gets saved by Maxine. Lorraine gets saved by Maxine. And Lorraine like, I hate you, this is all your fault, I should have never let this you, whatever the fuck she mad about. We don't really care about what Lorraine talking about right now. RJ dead, because he got a broken heart. Anyway, so Lorraine run out the door, and Quick John McGraw, the grandpa, just pow, shot her. So she had a flip, dead, right? So they come in, Maxine hide in the house, right? Maxine hiding, and they trying to drag the body, and Lorraine she's dead, but like her body like moved or whatever, and that scared the old man, and he had a heart attack and died. And what he jumped? That jump was funny though. Like I'm done.
So he had a heart attack,
I'm done.
and he died. And then Maxine came out and was like, she pulled a gun out on the old lady and was like, "Where is the keys?" So the old lady eventually told her where the keys is. She grabbed the keys and she leave out, right?
She was gonna shoot her.
Yeah, she had a gun, but she tried to shoot her, but her gun was empty of bullets, right? And then that's when the old lady tried to pick up the shotgun and tried to shoot Maxine, but she missed because the drawback, is that what it's called? The kickback made her fly back.
She flew out the edges of the house, right? Because she did shoot at Maxine. Maxine ducked. Somehow she didn't get hit, right? So, like in reality, I think she should have been hit, but because it's movie logic, right? But so Maxine ducked the shot. The old lady flew out because the front door. Yeah, the front door. Because the kickback from the shotgun when she pulled it knocked her head all the way out. She walked over to her. She like, my hip, and then we just died laughing.
Because if you remember, we said the husband said that his wife had a bad hip.
And he ain't want her to throw it
So
out.
that
But she
really
showed
was
her hip went out when she fired that shotgun. And I'm like, we just was dying laughing, y'all. It's just really funny. It's just really funny. It's a really funny movie.
Maxine,
I don't know how they did. I don't know how they went to horror with that, but.
So Maxine didn't care about that. The lady, she didn't care that the old lady broke her hip and she was laying down there. Obviously because the old lady killed all her other friends. So she grabbed the keys and she jumped in the truck and she was about to drive off. But the old lady's still on the ground yelling at her.
Talking shit. Like
she called her a whore. What else she had said to that lady? She was like, "You're nothing special," and she was going off like that. So Maxine reversed the truck.
This was her favorite part right here.
She reversed the truck.
Cause she was talking about it too.
And ran her over. Cause she was talking trash. So she reversed the truck, ran her over, put it in drive, and drove off.
And that's the end, y'all.
Yeah, that was the end.
That's all, folks. The movie, I can't exaggerate how much the movie was funny. It does have scenes in it that you might want to turn away, because at the beginning she had one that was like ooh, like.
It's supposed to be gory. So while they was on their way to that cabin in the middle of nowhere, somebody had ran over a cow.
Yeah.
And it was all you
and
seen.
Cow
the
guts was everywhere. And then there was like a close up of them like running over the guts and stuff. It is a little like but. So if you can't handle, here's another thing. If you can't handle blood, don't do it. Don't watch it at all. I just thought about that. I wish I would have said that earlier. But if you can't handle blood, don't watch it. It's not going to go well for you. It was just really funny for me personally. How this old couple was knocking them off. It was just really funny. The director died.
Oh, because she stabbed him in the eyes.
With that pitchfork, yeah.
She stabbed him in the eyes.
Yeah.
So after she had killed RJ, she just started knocking everybody else
Yeah, she just
off.
started killing everybody else.
And so next was to the director, and like he said, she stabbed him in the eyes with a pitchfork. And then just, left him there, covered him up with hay, and went about her day. But anyways, guys, like we said, that movie was an experience. You guys heard about a little bit of the plot from us and what we thought was funny or whatever the case.
We told you about everything.
Yeah, whatever the case.
I don't think it really ain't nothing left. Again, how we said earlier, if you want to leave and watch it without being spoiled, we said that in the beginning, but...
We about to talk about everything.
Yeah. Is there anything? The actors. Did you have a problem? Did you have a problem with any of them, or do you think any of them did good in their roles?
I think they all did good. There was nothing wrong with them.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. It wasn't bad. I don't know any of these actors either. Like, none of them looked familiar at all. So, I don't really know how this movie did in the box office. When we saw it, it was like only showing, it was only one time for it. So, I guess they trying to get this movie up out of there. It probably didn't do that well. But I'm pretty sure you'll be able to catch it somewhere. If not, you might want to hurry, because it's not going to be hell, when this video go out, it might not even be there. But it was a good time. I wouldn't watch it again, but it was definitely funny.
It was.
It don't show.
We done said we gonna talk about the last thing a couple times. It's time to go.
We don't what?
We done said this the last thing we'll talk about a couple times. It's time to go.
Did we for real? How many? I wasn't paying no attention. Porn scary movie, y'all. X. That's all it's called, just X.
But y'all heard what we had to say about it. So y'all go watch it if y'all want to watch it. That's gonna be that. We gonna see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, y'all, we gone. I gotta go wash my eyeballs out with soap. See y'all later.